Welcome back everybody to another video, and today we'll be playing more Logbait and climbing up into the next arena for 6.5k trophies. Now, I do want to just say first of all, thank you guys for all of your support and love on so many of these videos, and I know that so many of you guys have made requests such as playing with the Hero Ice Golem or playing with a certain variation of the Logbait deck, and I will get to all of them. Like, I read every single comment, and I think what you guys say is very important to me. So just tune in and I will make sure to address every single one of your comments and desires. So this first game over here, we are playing against Golden Knight and sort of like an Expo deck. The Expo is going to come out later. But for now, we're just going to have to deal with this Golden Knight. So everything's going well. Just put down my princess over here to deal with the archers, and he puts down the Expo in the middle, so I'm gonna intercept it with the Inferno Tower. Now normally the Expo should go on the far end of the arena, because if it's in the middle of the arena, it's really easy for me to snipe with the Inferno Tower. You see in that position, that was also very, very bad Golden Knight because the Inferno Tower just cleans it up for free. So he basically spent 4 elixir just to remove a princess, and he doesn't have lasting value. So I'm just gonna cycle over here and see what he is going to do. Put on my knight, and I'm back to another princess already, so this princess is gonna be quite annoying for him. So he had to spend an entire lightning on that. That's also good to know that he has lightning. But the lightning won't be too good in this matchup because he's running Expo. So we'll see what he wants. And I'm gonna use a log here, so hopefully he can get rid of everything. And he's gonna use the Golden Knight dash, so I'm gonna use the skeleton army to tank it. And this should be able to get rid of everything. Use the knight over here, and then I will toss the barrel. And in this position, see if he misses his bar barrel, which he does, and this should take the entire tower. So really, really nice. I already took his tower. Expo is usually a very hard matchup, but this guy's not playing at the greatest. Okay, so that's finally a good Expo placement. He's finally doing it well. But now that I took his tower, it's super hard for Expo to come back, because I can just keep on putting stuff next to the Expo, and you can't really tank for it. Like that Tesla. Yeah, it would have worked if I couldn't place my knight like directly to the right of the Expo. So unfortunate for our man here, Sully that one. Yeah, he's just gonna try to spam, but there's really nothing he can do anymore. So he uses the Golden Knight ability, but doesn't work. I'm just gonna use the skeleton army, and we are just gonna clean everything up. And that princess is still racking up damage on the left side, just saying. So yeah, GG's to him. Yeah, he knows he's lost. So good game. And we will move on into the next one. Alright, so the next game over here, we're playing against Soika. So, okay, he has a witch, and I'm not sure if that was an overleveled zap, if he killed my goblins in one shot, but we're gonna have to see. Don't have my rocket in my starting hand, which I would have liked to rocket the witch in the tower. So, okay, so he has a balloon witch, and we spent a lot of elixir there. Okay, he has vines as well. Decent play. Except we're still going to get rid of the balloon in time, thanks to the princess helping out. So that could have been more dangerous, but we were very fortunate a way to get away with it. Because I got a little bit greedy. I wanted to put down the princess first and then the knight. Even though if I put down just the knight first, I could have saved 3 extra elixir in case he does something like more dumb. But it's fine, right? Because we're still in the lower ends arena. I can't get punished too hard for this. So he has to deal with that princess. I'm going to put down another princess over here. And we're going to see what he's going to... He missed the cannon. So these 2 princes are just gonna pop off. Like, just look at this. This is honestly kind of satisfying to watch, because I know he's trying to build up elixir, but he can't do much about this. Dude, the princes are getting so much out. Okay, and he has to spend a whole evil witch to deal with it. Like, evil witch is literally one of his best cards, and he had to waste it just to deal with a princess. So we're definitely getting rid of that immediately. And using the E-Spirit to deal with the guards. It's okay to take some damage. I'm gonna toss the barrel over here, and this should get quite a bit of damage. And we're already back to another princess, so we're just going to be annoying and put it over here as well. So he spent vines and a zap just to deal with the goblin barrel and the knight. So this princess should be free to hit for a couple more times. Okay, finally he places down cannon in the right spot, but we've already walked away with so much damage now. So he's down quite a bit of elixir. I'm just going to cycle my log here. There's really no need to use the log in this matchup. I just need to make sure I have my Inferno Tower on me at all times. And obviously the rocket is always there for emergencies. So he uses the witch again, but I'm going to rocket it. So this is free value. Okay. he uses the lumberjack, puts on the balloon. Now you need to put your Inferno Tower a tile up when they put air units in the top left edge of the middle, right? Otherwise, if you put it one tile down, it's gonna roll past it. Okay, so I'm gonna toss a barrel, and hopefully this will take the tower. Yeah, after the rocket, it definitely will, I think. Let's see how my level, like, okay, this barely takes the tower, but the log will take it. Okay, I'm gonna use the skeleton army to deal with the lumberjack. Yeah, unfortunately, this guy is not able to get through. The Inferno Tower is just very, very strong in this matchup because the balloon has a really tough time getting past it. So, GG's to him, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so this is the second to last game before we hit 6.5k. So this guy has the Hero Magic Archer, which is, you know, good for him. But the problem is he has a level 9 tower. You should never use under level towers. Like, I understand, you know, you're trying to use a Royal Chef to have fun, but it's just not worth it when you're trying to, you know, grind and get up trophy. At least he has a level 13 Mega Knight, but this Inferno Tower is gonna roast him to death. So, free value over there. And look, we already took half of his tower because not only does the Royal Chef shoot slower, it also takes 3 shots to kill each goblin. So we get so much damage each time we use the Goblin Barrel. And I'm going to use the Goblin Barrel and E-Spirit over here. If he does not answer it, which he does, but he's still going to take a lot of damage. We literally almost took his entire tower. Now, I'm going to assume he doesn't really have a spell, so he spent the Hero Giant abilities to just deal with the Princess. That's actually not a bad waste of using the ability, because I don't see how else he was going to deal with the Princess if he didn't have a log. But that wizard is pretty bad plays by, yeah, this guy just took the entire tower. Yeah, it's unfortunate for this guy because he has such a low level tower. I mean, sure, like, he uses the Royal Chef's ability to get, like, level 14 stuff. He has a lot of level 13 stuff and whatever, but the problem is he doesn't have any spells, and that's the thing. Like, for these arenas, people don't run spells, and that's a big problem, since you're not going to be able to deal with cards like Skeleton Army. Like, Skeleton Army is the bane of spellless decks, because it can get rid of 2, like, high DPS single target units at once. Like, let's just say it can deal with, like, a Prince and a Midi P.E.K.K.A. all by itself. Okay, so it uses the ability, so I'm going to get a pretty good rocket over here. Everything's going to walk up, and this rocket gets a lot of value. So we basically took 2 of his towers. There's no possible way we can really lose. And he's just spamming stuff with the bridge, but this Inferno Tower is going to get so much value. It's going to clean up the Giant, and it's going to clean up the Valkyrie. If he puts out a Mega Knight, yeah, we're going to clean up that too. So we're going to see what he's going to do. Like, the Inferno Tower hasn't even been touched. And we're going to Goblin Barrel try to finish him off. He's still trying to play, which, you know, good for him. But yeah, bro's kind of cooked. So he just had to defend for 25 more seconds. Yeah, there's really nothing he can do now. Toss another barrel, and this Knight should help clean up. He finally uses his Mega Knight. Good for him. But we have the Inferno Tower back. So yeah, GG's to him. It's an interesting deck, you know, a pretty beefy deck, and a lot of high level stuff with the Chef. It's just, he could have played that much better, add a couple spells, but GG's, and we'll move on to our last game to get into 6.5k. Alright, so in this last game over here, we are playing against Exos 21. So, I'm just going to start off with using a Knight and the Barrel. I have a Princess on the board as well. He used the Snowball against it. But this log is going to be so high value. And it still clips the Magic Archer. Now, my Princess was the same level, or his Magic Archer is 1 level lower. I would have killed a Magic Archer, and the Princess would have done even more. But, I mean, hey, this is what we had to deal with around here. We're always going to be under leveled since we're free to play. So, we're already back to another Princess. And we're going to use the Knight Barrel again. He blocks with the Golden Knight. He uses his ability, which is a pretty poor ability. But that's fine. People really itch to use the abilities on the Golden Knight when they first place him. But, I mean, I hope you guys should know that, you know, once you put down the Golden Knight, you want to make sure that they have nothing on the board first. If they already do, there's no point in spamming the ability. Or at least cross the bridge before you spam the ability. But you can use the Hero Knight and and a Goblin Barrel. Now over here, I should have used the Hero Knight's ability. I feel like I could have gotten way more damage, but I think it's fine. The Princess is still popping off on the other side. And the E-Spear will deal with this. Actually, it does not deal with this because it's too under level, so it gets one-shotted by the archers. But it's fine. Take some damage, but we get a whole lot more damage than him. And yeah, we would just steadily just take more and more damage until win the game. I mean, that's really how Logbait's played. These guys, at most, they can only touch my towers just a little bit, and they never really create a big push for me to have to deal with. Yeah, like, I don't know why, like, you should never do this. Don't just lump out, like, 10 elixir all at once, right? Like the Giant Skeleton and the Hero Knight. Start from the back, and then build up, and start putting stuff in the back. Like, don't just put everything at once. Or at least, like, put one thing, and then based off what they do, react with another thing. But hey, you know, they play how they want to play. So, I'm going to use the Skeleton Army to... unfortunately, I was not able to tank for the Princess, but that's okay. He's already almost lost. The fact that he has to spend 2 snowballs to deal with each Princess, he should save the snowball to deal with the Goblin Barrels and deal with the Princess some other ways, because he's not snowballing the Princess correct. There actually is a way to snowball the Princess straight into the range of the tower, but you have to do it directly behind the Princess. It's not too hard to do, but he's messing it up. So unfortunately for him, now he's just spamming, but he can't, there's not enough time for him to do anything. So GG's to him, and we have reached 6.5k trophies. So really nice games today, and I'm glad, you know, we were able to climb up this far. And once again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and for all your support. And yes, I am making more and more videos, you know, in the background. So if you have any ideas, please comment it down below. And once again, you know, thank you guys so much for everything, for all the support. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.